Good morning, everybody. Sorry I'm being late. Sorry for being late. Ooh, 4 minutes late. That's bad. Sorry, guys. Good morning. Good morning, though. Thanks for waiting. Hectic morning this morning. Got the kids, getting them ready to go to camp. Another camp this week. Just getting them set up and ready to get out the door. Let's see what we got going on here with Nasdaq futures. Let's look at the economic calendar. I looked at that trade I took yesterday afternoon again. I watched that video. I don't know. Definitely could have held that trade back. Could have executed that a lot better. But man, I was really bullish on that thing yesterday. We can see it here. I believe it was actually on this candle right here. We can take a look at it in 1 second. We'll look at the technicals. But obviously, it came crashing down from those levels. A little bit of a bull trap. I don't know. A little bull trap, maybe. Possibly. Let's see what we got going on. We've got one big news event coming out this week. I'm trying to get this economic calendar adjusted for this week. We need to see what's going on. We don't get caught in anything, and we can anticipate movements. Economic calendar. Here we go. All right. Oh, this is not the right time. Great. Oh no, it is the right time. Yep, sorry. I was thinking today was Monday. I was like, holy smokes. What's up, STB Blaze? Thanks for coming in, man. Hey, Matthew, what's up? What's up, Matt? Matt Davies, good morning. Thanks for coming back. Appreciate you guys being here. We had ISM yesterday. Today is Tuesday, though. We have Biden giving a speech at 6:30 tonight. Anybody know what that's about? I don't, but the news may tell me if I check. Let's see, tomorrow we've got some ISM stuff coming out tomorrow. Again. So Thursday and Friday, initial jobless claims coming out on Thursday. And then obviously the big one is NFP on this Friday. So NFP on Friday, I think is going to be the big market mover. Really want to be watching that one. I don't think we have job numbers at 9 this morning. I don't see it on the calendar here. Unless I'm looking at the wrong day, but I don't think I am. So I don't think we've got job numbers at 9 today. I don't think we really have anything today on Tuesday, which is kind of nice. You don't have to worry about anything. You can just trade. Jolt's job openings. Okay. Keep mindful of that. 9 o'clock. Jolt's jobs openings coming out at 9. But the big one this week, I think, is going to be obviously NFP coming out on Friday. So we're going to have NFP on Friday. That's going to be a massive market mover, I think. So CNBC is saying that this the pullback we're seeing on the markets is because of U.S.-China relations. Maybe. Yeah, maybe. I mean, I think that stocks are really overextended, and they're probably looking for any reason to come down, and that might be the reason they're finding. But you can see we're red. All the indices pre-market are all red. We can look at Asia. Asia's down pretty bad. Europe. And Europe's not too bad. So sometimes you can look at what's happening in Europe and Asia to give you a preview of what might happen in the U.S. session, particularly Asia, because it's kind of winding down. No, Asia's over. Asia's over. I don't know what I'm talking about. Sorry. You can see what happened in Asia and give you an idea of what might happen in the U.S. Ooh, sorry guys, I was thinking of Europe. Sometimes you can come look at the European market, and the European market's already maybe moved more than the US market's moved. So, yeah, anyways. Fundamentals. What do we got going on in the fundamentals? We've got US-China relations in the headlines. That is, a market mover. That's probably why you're seeing the Asian markets down so much. Will that have the same effect on U.S. markets? I don't know, to be honest with you. That's not really like hard policy. That I think would really change the markets. That's more rhetoric. That being said, if we look at the technicals of what's going on, let's look at the daily chart. If you looked at if you watched my video from yesterday, that trade from yesterday, hey, more in Austin, thanks for coming in. If you watched that trade from yesterday that I posted yesterday, I took the trade around 9:30. What we had yesterday was this really bullish move up through resistance, and it looked like we were in this breakout zone coming up into this area. And now we've got this bearish doji candle. Is this a bull trap? I don't know. Hey, morning, Jeff. I don't know. Possibly. One thing we're coming into is a little bit of support. We've got this up channel, which we've been talking about quite a bit. We've got the resistance, the top of this up channel, which as we broke through it on a very bullish candle here, as we broke through it, this could now be providing some support. What was resistance is now support. So I am mindful of that. However, there was no continuation on that move as we broke up to the top, to the upside on that, on these levels of resistance. Really, the level of resistance is right here at 13,000. As we broke through that, now we've got this bearish doji candle on the daily. Is it gonna, come back down? Where could it come back down to? The 20 SMA on the daily would be, I think, a probable target for it. If it wanted to move, I think below, 1240, 1274, maybe the support level. It's difficult to see, how far it's going to want to come down. Sometimes you don't want to pick the bottom. What you'd rather do is try to wait for the bearish structure to break and then buy it on a bullish uptrend. And we can just do that by moving down to lower candles, lower time frames. Take off a couple of these things here. You can see that big up channel here, which we had just drawn out on the daily. I've got it over here on the 4 hour, but it's not drawn as well. Try to draw it a little bit better. Yeah, I want right on that touch. I like to use the touches of the wicks. Some people like to use the candle bodies. Now, yeah. So we can see here at the back end of that trend line was acting as support. We wicked through it. This does look like it wants to roll down though. I think the bottom of the band here on the 4 hour would be, a target for it. And this band here would probably come up a little bit. We've also got a support level right there. See the touch on it over here at 12,750-ish. It could correspond with some support. Resistance over here. Maybe. You can see how we've got two touches. One touch here, one touch here, one touch here. So this might be a support zone over here. And as this band kind of comes in, as momentum slows down, it may come up into this area, some sort of support level. Major areas of support attract and repel price. So price may get attracted down into 12,750, which is about 100 points away at the moment. This actually looks like a good place to get in on it at this value area. That's an overnight volume profile. But yeah, VWAP right where it was, right there at 12,876. That would be probably an interesting place to take a short on the open. Let's look at the hourly real quick. So we've got, a large bullish uptrend. Obviously, we're at the top of this. We're getting that pullback. Do you want to trade against this bullish uptrend? I mean, I kind of got burned on that on Friday, right? If you guys watched the live stream on Friday, came in with a very bearish mindset and just got burned on it and then started chasing price. And turned out no good for me. And did a little bit of revenge trading. I think that last trade on Friday was probably revenge trading. So just had to call it quits for the day. But today, what I would be looking at is getting that impulse up, probably up to VWAP and taking a short. I don't know. That's kind of like my idea. And I feel like this thing is so overextended. Even though yesterday I was super bullish on it, but because we've closed on this bullish doji candle over here on the 1 hour, we're up near the top of the band on the daily. I'm sorry, if I said 1 hour, I meant daily. And I'm just seeing this up here looking like it wants to come down maybe to 750. That's a pretty tight area. We're down about 1% already in the morning. We're already negative delta 1800. 1 hour. Let's look at the 1 hour chart to see if we see anything else on here. I can take a couple things off. Yeah, I mean, I'm seeing this support area over here, which we're kind of in at right now. I mean, there's some support down here, right? Last week's value area high, low volume node, low volume node. Morning, Dave. Morning, Airbank. Hey, James. Good morning. Vernon, what's up? Hey, Paul. STR. Good morning, guys. Thanks for joining. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. You know, I've got this bearish kind of mindset in play right now, but if I wanted to flip my mindset, we can just draw a trend line like that, and we're actually, out of that trend line. I'm looking at it here, possibly here, here. One level I think is going to be the 20 SMA on the hourly, so we're going to draw that out, 12,900. If it wants to get over 12,900, I think we probably make that move back up into 12,967. Probably somewhere, the top of the band here on the 1 hour could be your target on that. If we broke the 20 SMA, got out of this LVN, got out of this downtrend, made a move up, you could get in possibly on a pullback, buy, take it back up. But yeah, my mind is kind of drifting to the downside here. Or my eye is drifting to the downside, and I'd be interested in taking that short up at VWAP again. If we popped up, we can look at an overnight volume profile to see, and we can see that corresponds with a low volume node here plus value area high. That being said, you want to be, don't take that trade just on my word alone. I lose money all the time. I lost a bunch of money on Friday. So maybe trying to keep an open mind on this thing might be a good idea. We may end up ranging a little bit. We're already kind of forming a pre-market range. Well, are we? I don't know. I mean, if I'm looking at just like on the overnight. If I'm just looking at the overnight, some of this stuff off. So many lines, so many lines. We got 4 minutes for the market to open. I don't know, not really. Again, I'm just seeing this resistance level up here at 12,880. This area. Market, we can see that we've kind of formed these levels of resistance at VWAP, and then we push down lower. Level of resistance at VWAP, push down lower. Maybe we'll do it again here. Push down lower, maybe down to this target area. And the place you want to get in on it is up at VWAP at 75-ish, up here, top of the band on the 5 minute, 75.80. Where's your stop going to be? Your stop might be at 95. 15-point stop on it. With a take profit of you could try to ride this thing down to 12,750. That's if it wants to go down, but in pre-market, we're negative 1,800, negative on the day. That looks bearish to me. So, I am mindful that we are in a larger bullish context. We do have some negative news this morning with Pelosi in China. And I don't know. I might be scalping it. I may just be scalping it. So we're gonna see where the market's gonna open here in about 3 minutes, and let's see what happens with this thing. But yeah, I'd be interested in taking some scalps on it. All right, guys, we're gonna grab a coffee, and then we're gonna come back, and we're gonna check out market open. And I'd like to know what you guys think. What do you guys think? If you guys are bullish, bearish, whatever. But I'm gonna try to fill my coffee mug and get back here for the open. I'll be right back. There is gonna be an ad that's gonna play. I'm not gonna be trading, not doing anything. If you watch the ad, you click on the ad, you support the channel, and I would really appreciate it. All right, guys, I'll be back in about 1 minute. All right, guys, we are back. Yeah, it's looking bearish to me here, guys. I'm seeing Delta here dropping. Get this coffee thing there. I appreciate anybody that watched that. And if you guys stuck around, YouTube said that they were going to start inserting ads on things, and I was like, man, you know what? I might as well make some money off of that too. Sell limit too. I'm going to put a sell order up here, guys. I tell you what. I don't like the chart trader on these things. I want to see if we get that impulse up to VWAP. Take a scalp. 191. I'll take a scalp. Scalp on that. Delta's dropping. Might jump back in on it. Ooh, popping through. Another scalp. 313. You could try to hold this longer if you had more moxie than me. Thing just whips around so much on the open. I'm not messing with it too much. Hey, Money, what's up, man? Well, it's popping higher now. So because we had that big aggressive move to the upside on that like that, I'm just gonna kind of sit on my hands. I don't know what this thing is doing, to be honest with you. Now we're at that 20 SMA on the 1 hour. You know, it could rip up to, I don't know, 12,940. I feel like today's a day to scalp it. If you're gonna be trading this thing, I don't think we're gonna get. I think if you were trying to hold a trade today, it's gonna whip against you and then go right to your take profit. So, I don't know. Choppy waters on the Nasdaq. That's the way it goes. So Tactical Mobile asks, what are your thoughts on trading futures using charts versus using the DOM? I like charts better. I mean, I think it's just your preference. I like charts. I like candlestick patterns. I like reading candlesticks. I've got a million of them up on my screen, and I'm looking at different time frames at different points of the day or in different setups. I'm looking at different things. Like now, I'm watching this hourly to get maybe a direction on it, right? Like maybe if we close above that 20 SMA, then I'm going to probably change my bias to bullish. But then I'll be dropping down to the 5 minute 500 volume to try to find a bullish setup in that direction. Some people may be like, oh, we're hitting the top. There's a bearish candle on the 500 volume, but I'm looking at this pushing up higher because we're moving above that 20 SMA on the 500 or on the 1 hour. Anyways, I just like candlesticks. It's what I've learned to trade on. Some people trade the dome or the dom. I don't know. I've heard people call it two different things. Dome, dom. I don't know what. It's just your preference. I know there's a guy, I think it's like Canadian futures trader. I think he just trades like I don't know what he uses, just order flow. He doesn't use charts at all. He just uses order flow stuff. And I know guys that do that, like high frequency traders typically trade like that, I think. So it's just your style, your strategy, how you go about it. But for me, I don't even use it. I have before. When I first started trading, I tried it. Yeah, I use it sometimes on equities. I've got it up on Thinkorswim. If I'm really trying to get in like at a good price, like, you know, I'm not hotkeying. I'm not putting orders in on the chart. I'm just, I'm going to hold something for a while and I want to get in, at a decent price. It's just easier on Thinkorswim to put it in on the dome as opposed to the chart. I don't really like Thinkorswim's chart order execution. It's easier to do it in the active trader window. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's just people's personal preference and how they trade. This looks like it wants to push up now. We got this move up, pull back, two-legged pullback. You break this trend line and take it up another leg, but I ain't touching it. I don't trust this thing today one bit. Yesterday I didn't take the trade till 9:30, and this morning I kind of came in knowing that I just wanted to scalp it. You see how point of control came in there right at 12,895, right as it broke that trend line. You see that right as it broke that trend line, and then look at all that buying coming through. Man, I want to jump on along there, but I feel like I'm gonna get trapped. My trader spidey sense just tells me not to jump in on that there. You see how right when it broke this trend line, right here, boom, Delta just popped on it. Point of control came in there. I don't know what that is. I don't know what it's going to do. I'm not going to trade it, but hey, maybe you should buy it here. I feel like I'm going to buy it here. You know what it's going to do? Tank and trap everybody up there. Of course, if I don't buy it, it's going to rocket up, and there it goes. Shit, it's that one. That was a good setup. Trading my P&L a little bit. I think even though it's only 313, it's still green, right? It's like you don't want to go down. You don't want to get red after being up. You want to wait for a good setup. But that was a pretty decent one there. You could have got in at 95, out back up here at the highs. Now it's coming down. Thanks, Nico. What's up, man? Appreciate you guys tuning in. If you're just joining us, we took a couple scalps off of VWAP here on the open. Just impulse up to VWAP. Boom, took a couple scalps. In and out real quick. We had a bearish bias going in. I mean, we're red pre-market. Asian markets are way down. Negative delta. But we talked about that we're in a larger bullish uptrend, which is in a larger bearish downtrend. This is my 4-hour. Oops, wrong chart. Daily. Larger bearish downtrend, little bullish uptrend. It reminds me of like a fish getting eaten by a bigger fish, you know. If you guys like the stream, would you mind giving this thing a like? I'd really appreciate it. It doesn't cost you guys anything, helps me out a lot, encourages me to get on here every morning, do this, and possibly YouTube might put it in front of a couple people who might also like stuff like this. So we can keep growing the community. We've got a Discord page if anybody's interested in that. There's a whole bunch of conversations going on over there about futures trading, about these online prop firms, all these evaluation prop firms that are popping up these days. There seems to be a million of them. I've got a coupon code for Apex. If anybody's interested in doing one, there's a 50% off coupon code in Apex. If you use that coupon code, you also help support the channel. But there's a million of these online prop firms, and I don't recommend one over the other. I would just say go with whichever one's cheaper and has the easiest rules. And for me, Apex is pretty cheap at 50% off, and they have easy rules. So pushing up higher, it's very bullish. So yeah, I would just say go with Apex, whichever one has a cheap sale going on. Yeah, thanks, Zero. Appreciate that, man. Very bullish. Look at Delta moving up. Looks like it's going to pop. Looks like it's going to pop, and then it doesn't. Barnacles. You have to be getting stopped out here if you're trying to take that pop. And then it pops against you. I mean, that's just, it's the most frustrating thing when it does that. When it comes up, it looks like it's got all this bullish momentum. You get this little pullback into an LVN, a wick, you buy it, and then it breaks lower. You get stopped out, only for it to rip up higher. That's why futures trading is so frustrating sometimes, particularly the Nasdaq. But if you don't take your stop on the break of that support, I mean, it's a clear support level. If you don't take your stop on the break of that support, this thing could roll down to VWAP, and then all of a sudden a 8-point stop becomes a 35-point stop, right? I'll tell you what, I drink, my favorite like off-the-shelf coffee is 8 o'clock coffee. I don't know if you've ever had it. 8 o'clock coffee. You can get in the US. I don't know if you can get it overseas or not. It is not expensive, and it's really good. I really like it. 8 o'clock coffee. Yeah, I don't think you can get it overseas. I don't ever remember seeing it when I lived in the Philippines, but it's a good it's just a good home brew if you have like a drip coffee maker. I would recommend that. If you're going more like coffee connoisseur type stuff, I probably wouldn't recommend it, but if you're making a 10 pot, coffee thing for yourself so you can come out here and risk thousands of dollars every morning, and you just need the caffeine fix pumped into you nonstop, then it's pretty solid. If you're looking to make a cup of coffee, you probably want to go with something else. Not that you couldn't use it. I would say you could use it, but I've got family that lives in Central America, and they always bring me, they live in Costa Rica and Guatemala, and they always bring me coffee whenever they come visit. Like good, like, from the flippin' coffee farm thing. What's it? Coffee plantation place, That stuff's good. That's stuff you don't want to put in your coffee maker. I'm not dumping, 10 tablespoons of that stuff into my drip coffee maker. That's the stuff you use like a cup. And they brought me like a special like coffee, single cup coffee drip thing. That's, I don't know what. But unfortunately, I drink too much coffee to have that every morning. Oh, we are in a bullish uptrend, boys. Bullish up channel. Bullish up channel on the 1 minute. Easy peasy, chicken squeezy to draw that out. See what it wants to do down here at 12,900. Are we going to break to the bottom of this? We're right there at the bottom of that channel. Pushing through it. Now the 20 SMA on the 1 minute. See, now I'm looking at my 1 minute chart more. I'm kind of trading my 1 minute and my 500 volume. I'm looking to see how the 500 volume reacts at this 20 SMA on the 1 minute. You can see here Delta's holding, actually not too bad. Look at that 1 minute. Boop, 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 boop. Ooh, busting lower. I don't know. Yeah, is that the Ethiopian stuff? There's some Ethiopian coffee that does that too. Man, dang it. I should have took that long on it. I'm trading my P&L, guys. I can feel it. Even though it's only 300 bucks, what do I care? What do I care? That was a place to get in on it right there. Down to the bottom of the channel, 20 SMA. Son of a gun. Missed that move. Missed it. Super easy too. Super easy. Trading fear right now. I can feel the fear that I'm trading. In this up channel, we come down to the bottom of the channel, hit the 20 SMA, nice bullish doji candle. We were looking at the delta over on the 500 volume. Delta on 500 volume started to turn bullish as well. We should have got taken along on that. But our stop right there at 92, you could take your take profit up to the top of the band or up to the top of this channel. That would have been a fantastic trade, which we just missed. Now it's ripping higher. We missed it. Missed it. You want to know why we missed it? Because I was trading fear. Instead of thinking about the trade, I was thinking about what happens if it breaks lower. What happens if I get in at 902 and I lose the 10 points and all of a sudden I'm down 200 bucks on the day. I'm in the red. That's what I was thinking about. And that led me to not taking the trade. That's how you trade. That's how fear can get into your head. And now what I will say is if I had not have taken these two scalps on the open, and I was flat on the day, I would have had a much higher probability of taking this trade here. I know that doesn't make sense, but I don't know. I sometimes protect my earnings on the day, and it limits my ability to trade. So something that I need to be aware of. And I should have just taken the damn trade. We're pushing up higher. We've broken through that 20 SMA on the 1 hour. We're at the top of this channel. I would not be buying it up here, even though it may want to pop up to I don't know, top of the band here on the 1 hour, maybe all the way up here, 13,000. Hey man, that's 10 points is more than I got on that. 10 points is more than I got on that. Still watching this thing, guys. I don't know. I'm not going to buy the top of the channel here. We're pulling down off the top of that. 12,915. I think it's coming down too hard. This is the same setup as before. Same setup as before. 20 SMA, bottom of the channel. This one I feel like is going to break and it's going to come down. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe it pushes up. I can see Delta dropping. The difference between this trade and the other trade is Delta is dropping. We're still right on the day though, guys. And we're still negative Delta. We are still negative Delta. Trade no fear. Do, do, do. A lot of shorts coming through on that. Trade the fear. I don't know. I think this might roll down. I took 4 contracts on that, which is not what I particularly wanted to do. What I wanted to do, I was going to try to do is jump in on a short right here. I wanted to get on it. One thing I'm trying to do better at is read price. So I wanted to jump in as I thought price was going to come down. I manually entered a trade. I didn't have time to close out of my, whatchamacallit down here, my limit order. And it took both of them, so I had to get out pretty quick. It was more size than I wanted to take on that. Now it's coming back down. That's a hard one to take. Look at that. And those are the frustrating trades on the Nasdaq that I feel like can really, can obviously chop you up as it, we were right on the first trade, but as it popped higher, that would have stopped you out. So, 15. It's now looking a little toppy up here. Now it's breaking lower. Watching this thing move here. Moving down now. Is this your an entry here? and a VWAP, bottom of the band. We have a nice two-legged pullback on a 1 minute. First leg, second leg, down to value area low. Possibly. Delta's coming up a little bit. I don't know. I don't really trust it today. Don't really trust it. If you guys wouldn't mind giving this thing a like, I'd appreciate it. I try to get 50 likes on each stream. If you haven't liked it, I'd really appreciate a like. Please don't dislike it. I have some people that do that. They're like, you told me to like it. I'm going to dislike it. You don't have to watch it if you don't want to, but don't be a hater. Any positive vibes coming my way, I'd really appreciate it. We always try to get 50 likes on this thing. Can't make money, I always say. I'm going to make some likes. I didn't know. Hitting the 20 SMA in the 5 minute. We got numbers in 5 minutes. That's right. Maybe we should sit on our hands. All right, there's some jobs numbers coming out at 9 o'clock, so we're going to let those numbers come out. I'm going to take a quick coffee break. And I'm going to be back. There will be an ad playing. There's no trading going on. We're not going to trade until 9 o'clock because of jobs numbers. If you watch the ad, you click on the ad to help support the channel, or you can just put it on mute and go fill your coffee mug up as well. But again, there's some job numbers coming out at 9 o'clock, so we're just going to sit on our hands until those come out. Sorry guys. Sorry guys. I had to make a phone call. I've actually got a doctor's appointment this morning. Then I had to call them, figure out where I'm supposed to go for this thing. Took another scalp there. What I was saying is that we had this two-legged pullback here. One thing I noticed is that we popped through it on those numbers, and then it just rolled back down. No continuation to the upside. But it's looking over here like on Delta, like VWAP may hold. We may get another move up, and I'm just saying it's looking a little rangy. I think at this point it may want to come up here, but I don't know. I don't know, man. I would just be scalping this thing today, trying to find little scalp opportunities, and that's the only thing I did down here was just jumped in on it. As I saw Delta moving up at VWAP, I thought we'd get a little impulse up. Maybe could have held it up to 09, but I'd be getting nervous about it chopping around down here, just like you're seeing it here. So I'm gonna jump off this thing, guys. I got to go run to a doctor's appointment this morning, and I need to leave here in a few minutes. So I'm probably gonna be done trading this thing at 894 on the day. I'm not gonna push my luck. It's looking choppy at this point for me. Maybe if we break 68, it may want to drop down to 31. I mean, I kind of see that area opening up down here. That might be something to be interested in, but I may look at it this afternoon and try to jump on another trade after lunch. But for right now, I'm going to call it quits. Thanks a lot, guys, for joining in. We'll be back tomorrow, 8:10 a.m. Central Time. I hope to see you guys. Then. If you wouldn't mind giving this thing a like before I jump off of it, I'd really appreciate it. And yeah, thanks a lot for joining us. Stay safe out there trading. And remember to jump off those screens at some point. We do this trading so that we can go enjoy other things and only trade for, an hour in the morning and then go enjoy the rest of our day. Be our own boss. Do your thing, man. All right, guys. You guys take it easy. I appreciate you all tuning in. Be back tomorrow, 8:10 a.m. Central Time. See ya.